right, we're here at the innovation event with Brad Garsten of Quanta fame. Brad, what's the favorite thing you've had to eat tonight?
I would say I started with some sushi that was really, really good. And then I had some amazing 18-year-old whiskey that was wrapped in this paper wrapper with a magnet on it to close it. It was amazing.
A magnet? An edible magnet?
An edible magnet, yes.
Wow, we're going to be seeing all kinds of interesting technology tonight. Have you taken a trip in the flying car yet?
No, I went over and saw it. I also talked to some people that are doing ground scanning for underground utilities, which I thought was interesting. And there's also a robotic dog floating around here someplace, I think.
Well, I saw the ground scanning, but I was much more interested in the AI-driven lash extender. I don't know if you saw that, but in the back of the room, they're at Nordstrom, and they have AI-controlled robotics doing lash extensions. Wow. Amazing, right?
Sounds painful.
Well, I think finding underground wires and pipes is painful, so that makes two, right?
Fair.
All right. What would you like to get out of tonight?
I think the reason I came was for community and seeing people coming together, what's new, what's innovative, how people are using AI, and real world use cases is really what I'm interested in.
I think you will find that here. We need more to send home. Here we go. Look at this. You want to be in the background? So, where are we, Anna?
We are at the Mountain Winery.
Awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful venue.
Why is your nose red?
As it's freezing. It is absolutely freezing, but absolutely beautiful. So here we are.
And I think from hearing from Igor, this is your first time at the Mountain Winery. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Excited to be here. Speaking of Igor,
we will get our time with Igor.
Okay,
so what are you most excited about seeing tonight?
oh gosh, I mean, checking out all the companies. There's lots of cool things here. Lots of innovation happening. Lots of founders showing off their work. So I'm excited to see all that.
So choose flying car or AI robotic eyelashes.
Flying car, all the way.
Good woman. Excellent. Flying cars it is. All right, so we're going to see if we can get you up in the air tonight.
All right, let's do it.
We're on a mountain. We don't have to work hard. Just got to roll it over the hill. Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
I'll be your Thelma. We'll go. Good.
I'll take it.
All right.
Awesome.
So this is Tanya Long, and I am here with half of the Krasnykh duo recently from Austin. I know I just massacred that, Igor, but this is your first time up at Mountain Winery. What have you enjoyed so far?
Cold breeze, a lot of people, lots of wine, a lot of drinks, and a lot of dessert. I met my old buddy that I went to community college with, and he apparently developed and created a flying car. So they're presenting their car here, which was awesome. It was a connection from last 20 years.
How far along are they on the car?
The car is flying. They're just yes, you should go check it out.
Have they got it levitating here?
They got it levitating. They have a prototype here. They have pre-orders on the car. They're seeking round A at this point to finish it up and basically take it to market.
Round A. They've got a flying prototype, and they're at round A. I've got some people out there I need to call right now.
Yes, you do.
Are you investing?
I would like to.
Maybe he'll give us a 2-for-1.
Maybe.
He went to school with you. I mean, there's got to be something for that.
The down payment is only $1,500. We need to go sign up right now.
I think we should do a timeshare sign up. $500 for each of us. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely.
His wife is standing at the other end of his camera.
She's giving me dirty looks on the investment. Yeah, there we go.
When do they expect to be in delivery?
I don't know, but I think my wife read somewhere online that they're about a year away.
Amazing.
If they're successful with that raise, they say about a year.
What's the raise? How much?
$43 million.
Okay. Wow. Great. So Igor, as my arm's freezing in place, thank you, and great to see you here at Mountain Winery.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Get us both in there. All right. So we're recording, and I am here with Piyush Malik. Piyush is my Indian spirit guide, and I really shouldn't say that because that's a real thing, and you are not.
But Indian origin, let's put it that way.
He's my spirit guide of Indian origin. The first time I met Piyush, we were at an event, and we closed it out like being back in college and closing out a bar, but we closed out an M&A event of Sean Flynn's, as I recall.
That's right. It was JPMC, and there was a puppy which brought us together.
Sushi. The puppy's named after raw fish, but Sushi, everybody in our circles knows who Sushi is. That was such a fun night.
And I'm a vegetarian, and I hate dogs, but I loved that sushi that day.
Well,
and by the way, there is one more puppy here. Look at that. The tech doggy is here. All right.
Got him. Awesome. So we are here because tonight is an innovation night sponsored by Silicon Valley Magazine. So I'd say there's a couple of hundred people here to see things like flying cars and AI robotic eyelash extensions. So what thing? Yeah, I know it's in the booth.
I did not see that
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
You would probably have passed that up. You wouldn't have been looking for that.
Okay.
What have you seen so far that looks pretty interesting?
I have seen only people here who I have not seen in a while. And of course, this is a pretty good destination, Mountain Winery. And I'm coming here after almost 10 years. I believe last I was here was in 2014-15. It was not as advanced, but more importantly, I'm here because there's a promise of robotics, there's a promise of humanoids, and there's promise of drones and AI-powered stuff. So I'm looking forward to listening to the speakers who are just about to start talking and seeing all these innovations on display. So meeting all these innovators like yourself, Tonya, and a bunch of others, venture capitalists, startup founders, and a bunch of executives from established companies who are all around. This is the ecosystem that we live in. This is the Silicon Valley we live in. And thank you for the Silicon Valley Magazine for bringing us together.
Wonderful. And I want to thank you for all the work you do mentoring people. It feels like every time I open LinkedIn, you have hosted some panel somewhere helping people climb the ladder. You're letting the ladder down behind you every time I see you. And that work it's loaded, but I'll say it's God's work. And what you are doing for people, you are leaving a legacy, so thank you.
Thank you, Tonya, and thank you for the genuine appreciation. I know you mean it from the heart. And whenever somebody does some volunteer work, family suffers, professional work suffers, but I still believe we have to give 20% or more of ourselves, especially as we are getting into Gen W, which is the wisdom generation. We've got to share whatever we have learned from this world to the next generation, and that's what is the legacy we'll leave behind. So I hope we have still some more years left in us of productively impacting the ecosystem and still be able to do something bright for these young folks who are out there eager, hungry for knowledge, eager for guidance, and they can use our help.
You know what I think? I think being out in these environments keeps us young because we are keeping up with the 20-year-olds who are so clever and creative and have so much exuberance. You and I had long corporate careers.
Absolutely.
And, we're a little drugged down from those corporate years. They were just, they were very regimented and very, we learned a ton.
Yeah.
But these people that we work with now are so fresh and so creative and untethered. And being around that, I think I feel younger than ever just being involved with all that. They're limitless, right?
Absolutely. This is the limitless future that we are living in, and you absolutely said the right thing. We get younger by the young mentees that we mentor, and that's one of the reasons why I go to at least one university or a high school in a week.
Yeah.
So that's my 20% contribution. And of course, we've got to earn our living, we've got to do things for our profession. Being involved with the community is also important. And at the intersection of technology and industry and the AI disrupting all industries that we live in, it's important for us to be out there and do things for the community so that the community gains from our experience. Whatever 20, 30 years of work in the corporate that we've had, it's not going to waste. That
right.
knowledge will be needed to guide the next generation of AI, next generation of solutions built on emerging technologies. And these youngsters who have perhaps seen only limited set of technologies, they will need our help. And yes, we may have automatic code generators, we may have replets and webflows of the world, and all the productivity gains that we may get. That people might say that 99% of the humans will be done away with in the coding tech industry. No, somebody has to be there to validate. Somebody has to be there to give out the domain knowledge, and that's where we come in. We've seen some battle scars. We've been battle hardened, and we've got to train the next generation of people so that they can really train the next generation of technologies with the experience we've got after we are gone. So
Love it.
That's what I see.
So one last question. How many walk and talks have you done in the last year?
I would say walk and talk at least averaging once a month, but formally. But informally, I've done, anytime I'm with a bunch of folks, 2, 4, 5, 6, yes, that's a walk and talk, but literally when I organize something, 20 to 30 people show up. So yes, it's part of, health and community all together. And of course, we live and breathe technology in the Silicon Valley. So here we are. We meet our social needs to meet other individuals. We get excited by seeing other people.
It's our extended family.
It's our extended family. And, each time I go to the university or even, any school, these kids ask so many pointed, sharp questions that I feel we have the future in good hands.
Wonderful. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you very much. And also, congratulations on your new book coming up. So, looking forward to reading it.
Excellent. Everyone, this has been Piyush Malik, my mentor, my friend, and partner in crime.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, so we are here at Mountain Winery with Audrey Rumsby that I met a month ago, I think, at VC Nest.
Yes, VC Nest.
So it was a great night at VC Nest, and now we're here for our second great night at the Innovation Summit that's being hosted by Silicon Valley Magazine. But we ran into each other, and Audrey started talking about all the great things that are happening with her business. So as it's appropriate, tell us a little. What's going on with you and your startup?
Yes, so I am the founder of Edith, and we are a fashion technology company. Right now, our beachhead market is with corporate companies that are, they have many employees, so basically companies in hospitality, so we're working with large apartment complexes and hotels. And here's the amazing thing that we discovered, is that there's $2 billion of money put into wardrobe stipends in the United States every year. And guess what? That money goes one of two places. Usually the employees spend it on something like Levi's, like they already know, just clothes they already know, or it goes unspent at all. Exactly. So you have $2 billion in money just sitting there in these corporate accounts, not being put to good use and elevating the brand. So what we do is we go in and we design dress code for these companies, and we create an online shoppable store for their employees so that they can go directly into that store and use the money that's already been budgeted to be on brand with these multi-million-dollar buildings that they're working in. So it elevates the employee, it gives them confidence, all that good stuff.
On brand, but it's also convenience. I think a lot of people don't want to spend time curating their look, all those things. And so it's an amazing way to simplify people's lives, give them quality products, have the company see everyone, to see everyone wearing the brand and building team morale around that. So fantastic that you came through with this concept. Where are you guys at in your funding stages?
Yeah, so we currently have been operating off of a friends and family round, which has been wonderful. That was all on a safe, so we've given away none of our equity so far. But in order to scale, we now have a warm pipeline of over $20 million worth of leads. So yeah, it's really good, but to serve all of those leads, we need to make a couple of key hires, just to enable us to work with all of those wonderful clients. So we're going to have to raise a seed round coming up. We're looking for about $1 million in order to help us with that. But that's all we really need in order to get us to the next stage, to profitability. So It's looking very good so far.
I love it. I love what you're doing. I love that you're a female founder who's taking your experience and your history and building something that nobody's done before. I mean, this is not just another AI wrapper, although there are some wonderful AI tools out there, but you're doing something incredibly unique for the market. So I'm thrilled for you. What are you looking to see here tonight?
Well, tonight, we're always looking to make great connections with people who resonate with our brand. We also hold monthly events as kind of co-productions with some of our corporate clientele. So we're all about creating an environment of kind of enthusiasm for the local, really. So one of the things that we do I'm very passionate about is that we source locally, depending on where the corporate customer may reside. So if we're designing dress code for an LA-based company, we're going to go to extra trouble to try to source from makers and brands that are located there. So we want to make a bigger impact on the supply chain. So being here at Technical Innovations events like this enables us to meet people who are actually makers. I met a guy earlier who is designing packaging materials that are also sustainable. So we're really about more than just designing wardrobe and curating for people. We're about creating a sustainable ecosystem.
I was going to say ecosystem and community, right?
Yeah.
When people wear local, there's some pride in that, of knowing where it came from, seeing those people at pop-up shops at different venues, and I think it builds more confidence in what their company is tying in for their workwear.
Yeah, it's about meaning, it's about unity, and it's really about making people feel like they belong, helping them to feel like they're a part of something much bigger than themselves. And I think that's what many of these corporations, they really want that. They want their employees to feel like they're a part of something really valuable and special. I'm going to change our angle. Yeah, that's what we're really about supporting. It's meaning.
I've only met you, this is the second time I've met you, but if anybody can create something that helps people feel belonging, I think it's you. So I'm so glad that you have found your way to this as your next chapter. It's so nice to see you again.
Thank you, Tanya. You're such a huge inspiration. I'm so pleased to have met you. Thank you.
All right, this is Audrey and Tanya freezing to death on top of Saratoga Mountain at Mountain Winery. Good night.
Thanks, everybody.